3 electric SUVs, all under $50,000, and one of them you should not buy at full price right now. The BYD Atto 3 starts at $39,990. The Geely EX5 starts at $41,990. The MGS 5 EV starts at $40,490. On paper, these three cars are competing for the same buyer. Same price bracket, same segment, same purpose. Get Australians into an electric SUV without spending 60 grand. But here is what the spec sheets will not tell you. These three cars are not really competitors at all. They are three completely different philosophies, aimed at three completely different buyers, and the one that looks best on paper is not the one that will cost you the least over 5 years. Today, we are going to break this down. Price, range, charging, performance, interior, boot space, insurance, servicing, dealer support, and the $8,000 question nobody's asking about, the Atto 3. By the end, you will know which one deserves your money and which one will cost you more than you expected. And here is why this matters right now. In April and May 2026, Reddit's Australian EV forums have been dominated by one question. Not which EV should I buy, but does the Geely EX5 have any real competition in its price range? That thread got 51 comments, and the same three names kept coming up. Atto 3, EX5, MGS5. At the same time, there is a conversation happening that most comparison videos will ignore. The BYD Atto 3 Evo is coming, confirmed for Australia later this year. 800-volt architecture, faster charging, better range, a redesigned interior that ditches the polarizing gym-themed cabin of the current car. And here's the detail that tells you everything. One Reddit user, an Atto 3 owner, wrote this: avoid a current generation Atto 3, or buy one secondhand, just because the facelift is coming out any month now and it will be a substantially better car in every way. You would be kicking yourself, paying $45,000 for the current gen model. 19 upvotes. So we are not just comparing three cars today. We are comparing three cars, one of which is about to be replaced by something significantly better. And if you buy it today at full price, you are buying into immediate depreciation. That is the conversation nobody else is having. Let's have it. What you actually get for your money. Let's start where everyone starts, the sticker price. Entry-level variants, read those numbers again. The Geely EX5, complete cost $2,000, more than the Atto 3 Essential. For that $2,000, you get a battery that is 37% larger and a range that is 38% longer. That is not a small difference. That is the difference between a car that can do Sydney to Newcastle and back on one charge and a car that cannot. Top spec variants, $3,000 separates the cheapest top spec from the most expensive. And the most expensive, the MGS 5 Essence, has the longest range by 65 kilometres over the Geely and 95 kilometres over the BYD. But here's the counter-argument, and it matters. What each car gives you that the others don't. The BYD Atto 3 gives you the most established dealer network of the three. BYD has been selling cars in Australia since 2022. Parts availability is proven. Service locations are expanding. You're not betting on a brand that might not be here in 3 years. The Geely EX5 gives you the most battery for the least money. The 68.4 kilowatt-hour pack in the extended range is larger than the Atto 3 Premium's 60.48 kilowatt-hour pack, and the EX5 Complete costs $3,000 less than that premium. It also gives you 5-star ANCAP safety, 100 kilowatt DC charging, and an interior that multiple owners have described as feeling like a car $20,000 more expensive. The MGS5 EV gives you the longest range in the segment, 515 kilometres WLTP, on the Essence 62 kilowatt hours, and a conditional warranty of up to 10 years or 250,000 kilometres. That is 4 years longer than BYD's vehicle warranty. It is the longest warranty of any electric SUV in this price bracket. If you are keeping the car for a decade, that matters. So what actually happened here? The Geely gives you the most range per dollar at entry level. The MG gives you the most range overall and the strongest warranty at the top end. The BYD gives you the most proven ownership experience, but a car that is about to be superseded. Before we get into the driving experience, and this is where the MGS5 reveals a weakness nobody talks about, smash the like button, subscribe to Aussie EV Expert, let's break it down. The numbers that actually matter. And here's the detail that matters. If you live in a house and charge at home every night, all three of these cars have enough range for daily driving. The range question only matters on road trips, on long commutes, or on days when you cannot charge at home. And on those days, 90 extra kilometres of real world range, the gap between the EX5 Complete and the Atto 3 Essential, is the difference between stopping and not stopping. Charging speed. The BYD's 88 kilowatt charging is a genuine disadvantage on road trips. When you're stopping every 2 to 3 hours, a 29-minute charge versus a 20-minute charge adds up over a full day of driving. The Geely and the MG are meaningfully faster. And here is something the spec sheets will not mention. The BYD Atto 3 uses a 400-volt architecture. The upcoming Atto 3 Evo uses an 800-volt architecture, which enables dramatically faster charging. The current Atto 3 is not just about to be replaced, it is about to be replaced by a car that charges on a fundamentally different technology platform. If fast charging matters to you, waiting for the Evo is the rational decision. Performance and driving. The MG's problem. The numbers. And here is where the MG S5 has a problem. 125 kilowatts and 250 newton meters is the least power and the least torque of any car in this comparison. Not by a little, by a lot. The BYD has 20% more power. The Geely has 28% more power. An MG S5 owner who previously drove a Hyundai Kona 1.6T put it this way on Reddit. Reviews always mention that the S5 was underpowered, could use an extra 20 to 30 kilowatts. That owner went on to say they were happy with the car overall. But the power deficit is real, and it shows up most when you need it, merging onto a freeway at 100 kilometers per hour, overtaking a B-double on a country road, or climbing a steep hill with a full load. The driving feel. But here's where the numbers stop telling the full story. Because the MG S5 has something the spec sheet does not capture. A 5-link rear suspension that delivers what multiple reviewers have called the best ride quality in this segment. The S5 absorbs bumps and corrugations with a composure that neither the Atto 3 nor the EX5 can match. The Geely EX5 has a 50-50 weight distribution and an efficient drivetrain that owners consistently praise. One owner who has driven 40,000 kilometers in their EX5 reported 0 issues. Another said, "You won't get anything better for the price." The EX5's ride is softer than the Atto 3's, more settled than the MG's on smooth roads, but less controlled over sharp impacts. The BYD Atto 3 has been on Australian roads since 2022. Owners know what they're getting. The driving experience is competent, not exciting, not disappointing, competent. The 150 kilowatt motor delivers punchy acceleration in traffic. The suspension is firm but controlled. It is the safe, known quantity. Interior, boot and practicality. The BYD Atto 3 interior. The Atto 3's interior is polarizing. The gym-themed door pulls, the bungee cord storage, the blue musical note speaker grills. Some people love it, many people hate it. One owner on Facebook put it simply. The Atto 3 interior was tacky. The door bungee cords were an instant hit with the kids, but got annoying very quickly. The 15.6-inch rotating touchscreen is excellent. Wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are standard. The 5-inch instrument display is functional but small. Boot space is 440 litres with the seats up, expanding to 1,340 litres with the seats folded. The Geely EX5 interior. This is where the EX5 punches above its price. Multiple owners have described the interior as feeling like a car $20,000 more expensive. The materials are soft touch where you want them. The layout is conventional and intuitive. Apple CarPlay and Android Auto arrived via an over-the-air update after launch. Early buyers had to wait, but it is now standard. The most common gripe from EX5 owners is boot space. With 2 small children and the associated strollers, bags and gear, several owners have said the boot is the one thing they would change. Geely does not prominently advertise the boot capacity, which tells you something. The MG S5 interior and boot. And here is the single biggest practical advantage the MG S5 has in this comparison. Boot space, BYD Atto 3, 440 litres. MGS 5 EV, 453 litres, expanding to 1,441 litres with the seats down. That is only 13 litres more than the Atto 3 on paper. But here is what the number does not capture. The MG S5's ultra-thin battery pack. sits lower in the floor, which means the load floor is lower and the opening is wider. Owners with children consistently report that the S5 swallows prams and shopping bags more easily than the numbers suggest. The MGS5 also has more than 30 storage spaces throughout the cabin. The 12.8-inch infotainment screen is standard across all trims. Wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are standard. The 10.25-inch customizable dashboard display is sharp and functional. The Essence trim adds a panoramic sunroof, wireless charging, and a hands-free tailgate. And here's the detail that tells you everything. If you have children under 5, the MGS5's boot and cabin layout is the most family-friendly of the three, by a clear margin. The hidden costs: insurance, warranty, dealer network, and the Atto 3-time bomb. This is the section that will save you money or cost you money if you skip it. Insurance: all three of these cars sit in a similar insurance bracket. Budget approximately $1,800 to $2,500 per year for comprehensive cover, depending on your profile and location. There is no dramatic insurance advantage for any of them. They are all cheap electric SUVs with expensive battery packs. Insurers treat them similarly. Warranty. And here is where the comparison splits wide open. If you're keeping this car for 8 to 10 years, the MG's warranty could save you thousands in repair costs. The BYD warranty is solid but shorter. The Geely warranty requires verification. Dealer network and after-sales support. Geely's parent company owns Volvo, Polestar, and Zeekr. This is not a company that is going to disappear from Australia, but having a parent company with deep pockets is not the same as having a dealer around the corner when your car needs a part. If you live in a capital city, Geely service is accessible. If you live in regional Australia, this is a genuine concern. The Atto 3-time bomb. And here is the single most important piece of consumer information in this entire video. The BYD Atto 3 Evo is confirmed for Australia. It is coming later this year. It will have 800-volt architecture, dramatically faster charging, better range, and a redesigned interior. Every current Atto 3 on the road will be the old model the moment the Evo lands. The verdict. So, what does all of this actually mean for you? Buy the Geely EX5 complete if you want the most battery and the most range for the least money. You do not need the largest boot in the segment. You live in or near a capital city where Geely service is accessible. You want a car that feels more expensive than it is. You're comfortable buying from a brand that is new to Australia but backed by one of the world's largest automotive groups. Buy the MGS5 EV Essence 62 kilowatt hours if you want the longest range in the segment, 515 kilometers, WLTP. You want the strongest warranty, up to 10 years. You want the most family-friendly boot and cabin layout. You want the most established dealer network of the three. You do not mind that it has the least power. Do not buy the BYD Atto 3 at full price right now. Not because it is a bad car, because the Evo is coming. Because buying a car at full price weeks before a confirmed replacement with a fundamentally better technology platform is a financial decision you will regret. Wait for the Evo, or buy a discounted or second-hand current model, but do not pay full retail for a car that is about to become yesterday's news. If you got something out of this, hit subscribe. Every week on Aussie EV Expert, we break down the real cost of owning an EV in Australia, the numbers nobody else will publish. Drop a comment below. Which of these three would you choose, or are you waiting for the Atto 3 Evo? I want to hear it.